I'm going to reveal all the secrets. In today's video, I'm going to tell you the top 10 secret strategies that pros and high-level players are using to dominate you in gunfights. You may not even realize what's happening, but if you don't know all 10 of these and you don't know how to counter all 10 of these, you're going to be caught off guard and be slammed back to the lobby. Or better yet, if you know all 10 of these, you can use them in your lobbies to get the advantage on an unsuspecting foe. But without further ado, let's get into tip number 1. It is stair glitching. If you don't know what this is, it is a absolutely broken camera mechanic that's been in the game since like Modern Warfare 2019 and possibly even further back. It allows you, when you prone out and just barely crest to where your aim goes above the top of the stair, the opponent cannot see you. Bullets are flying, they're getting ripped, but they don't see you. In multiplayer, they can't even see your head, they can't see the diamond, they can't see your name. All they can see is respawning. It is unbelievably broken, and all you need to do in order to do it is either prone and back up until your aim gets below that stair ledge, or crawl forward until your aim just barely peeks above it and your opponent can't see you. Now, it is frustrating. I think they need to fix it, but it's so important that you guys know about this, especially in the gulag, because I'm seeing more and more and more people use it, and a lot of people getting caught off guard because they have no idea what the heck is happening. So if you are encountering someone using a stair glitch, make sure to 1, be prepared for the fact that they might be doing it, and 2, throw a shoulder. If you take a shot, consider throwing some Simtexes, throwing some lethals, flashes, anything, but do not try to challenge a stair glitch off of raw gun skill alone. Unless you're shooting out of your mind that day, you're gonna get your mind blown out the back of your skull. Now listen, you guys have to break your bad habit. And I'm not talking about the bad habit where you split solo from your team and then blame them when you die. Oh my God, what is this guy doing right here? I'm talking about our sponsor, Fume, and they're going to help you look at a common bad habit in a brand new light. Fume is an innovative, award-winning flavored air device that does just that. Instead of electronics, Fume is completely natural. Instead of vapor, Fume uses flavored air. And instead of harmful chemicals, Fume uses all natural, delicious flavors. You get it. Instead of bad, Fume is good. It's a habit you're free to enjoy and makes replacing that bad habit easy, but it's done so in a guilt-free way. Your Fume comes with an adjustable airflow dial and is designed with movable parts and magnets for fidgeting to give your fingers a lot to do, and is helpful for de-stressing while breaking your habit. Now, I've tried a few different flavors, and crisp mint is my favorite, and the flavors are strong, and I can see why over 150,000 people have purchased this, and there are thousands of success stories of people who are breaking bad habits thanks to Fume. Join Fume in breaking up these destructive habits by picking up the Journey Pack today. Head to tryfume.com/IceManIsaac or scan the QR code and use IceManIsaac to get 10% off your Journey Pack today. That's tryfum.com and use the code IceManIsaac to save 10% off your order, or you can click the link down in the pinned comment and the description. Huge thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. Without further ado, let's get into the second pro tip that high-level players are using inside of Warzone. It is the last chance rechallenge, and this one is so important to both realize when it's happening and when it's going to happen to you. Now, this is different than like an ego challenge of someone just trying to challenge you on a head glitch and then you just put them in their place, okay? There is a huge difference between finessing, taking your time, and plating up like you see in the background, and then eventually challenging when things are the right time, and a last chance rechallenge, okay? A last chance rechallenge takes place when there is no other option. Typically, it's as a result of map knowledge. When you turn that corner, you know there is nowhere else that you can finesse to. Take a look at this clip, okay? I'm on a almost 40 pace inside of Resurgence, okay? Racking up high kill games. I get 1 kill, and then I turn the corner, and I see a player start to challenge me. Now, in that moment, I round the corner, and I look, and there's nowhere for me to go. I can jump off the roof, but then he's just going to immediately look over the roof and kill me. I could run around the roof and try to get to the next ledge, but I don't have enough time. I have such low health. He's going to kill me by the time I round that corner. So my choice is to either run with my back turned and die, which that's not even an option. So my only choice is the last chance rechallenge. You need to recognize this as a player, and you need to recognize this as the aggressor against a player of map knowledge. He has no other choice. He's going to have to rechallenge, and it's exactly what I do in this clip. I slide underneath him, so I slide under his aim assist, so his aim assist doesn't pull. He's looking to the right. More than likely, he has his gun up in tack stance or tack sprint because he's trying to chase me down. I slide under his aim assist, shoot him in the back, and make him look stupid as he doesn't land a bullet. Now, you can do this. I've seen pros do this against pros in tournaments, and if you time it just right, you slide under their camera, under their aim assist, and they get slammed. But at the same time, you need to make sure you expect other players to do it. So in this clip, I see this vampire, you know, Dracula looking skin, which is typically a sweat skin. I can tell kind of by the way he's moving that he's sweaty, and I get him cracked. But notice, I don't fall for the bait at all. I just hold down ADS, and I even say, yeah, buddy, I knew you were going to do that. Come on, brother. I know you're going to reach out that. So this is an essential tip for you to learn as a high-level player, both to kind of make the most out of a situation when you otherwise would die with your tail tucked. You might as well send it and go out guns blazing. And also, be aware if you see a sweaty skin, you could tell they're kind of shooting and moving a little bit different. They're probably going to try to do it to you. For number 3, most players don't know you can actually pull out your weapons in mid-air. Now, we all know whenever we hit a redeploy balloon, we come back from the gulag. If we pull our chute too high, as soon as we cut our chute, we will start Supermaning through the air. But there's a distance, maybe around 20 meters or so, you kind of have to have the feel for it, where once your feet are close enough to the ground, you no longer create this Superman dive through the air, and it allows you to pull out your primary weapon. So as you can see in this clip, I'm actually able to pull out my weapon, shoot this player, pull it super close to the ground, and then finish the kill as he's trying to glide away. He thought he had the advantage because he was lower to the ground, but I know whether it's a starter pistol off the spawn drop, me coming back from the gulag, if I time it just right, I can pull out my weapon and start shooting at somebody even when they think that they have the advantage because I'm dropping in with my parachute. Now, combine this with Mountaineer. If you were to hit a redeploy balloon, you know that you can fall from a greater distance without having to pull your parachute, and now you're pulling out your AR 20 feet above the ground and shooting someone as you're dropping in on them. And it's something I don't see players doing. It's something I see a lot of people getting caught off guard by, and it's a great way to take someone's high ground because by the time that they hear enemy dropping in, it's just in time for you to freaking RKO them out of the sky. Before we get on to number 4, if you guys have learned anything new just in the start of this video or you like this style of video, do me a favor and subscribe. So many people that watch my channel aren't subscribed, and better yet, we have 3 back-to-back videos planned for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all really in-depth guides like today's video. So if you want to get the upper hand on your Warzone opponent, make sure to subscribe, one, but have those notifications on because oftentimes the tips that I tell end up getting patched, so you want to use them while you can. But without further ado, let's get into number 4, and that is to live ping everyone. Now, this is a lot more noticeable now, and it's not 100% consistent, but the new kill cams do allow us to see when you are live pinged. So if you've ever been shot by someone and you're wondering, like, how did he know I was there? Sometimes, and not all the times because of the game that we play, live pings will show up in the kill cam, which is a major quality of life improvement. But that's just nice for finding out when you die. How can we use it aggressively? As you can see in the clips in the background, I'm using live pings, especially on mouse and key, to track players through smokes. I'm more often using live pings whenever someone's shouldering behind cover. I'll know to see that live ping running away. Okay, I can challenge freely. Or sometimes I'll see that live ping double back and I'll know they're about to try to last chance re-challenge me so I can get my gun up and be ready. Live pinging saves your life. It lets you know when to be aggressive. It lets you know where they're moving to. And most importantly, inside of smokes, it just gives you free kills. You can live ping someone, throw a smoke, and then track them through the smoke, and it's just... oh, it's not a good time. Unfortunately, there is no way to defend against this, okay? You don't know whether or not you're being live pinged, kind of like you know when you're getting tracked by a recon drone or you're getting spotted by high alert. There's no way to know whether or not you're being pinged until after you die. So this is my plea to the developers. I genuinely believe that live pings should break and disappear the second that we break line of sight. So if a player makes it around a corner or a player gets obscured by smoke, that live ping should drop at their last known location and then leave it. No other game like PUBG or Apex or any of them have this literal live ping throughout the entire map, so I would really like it from a competitive standpoint. I love how live pings help assist the average player in communicating, especially when you don't have mics. But tracking them through smoke, tracking them behind walls, I think that's a little bit too much, especially when you combine it with pro tip number 5, which is to pre-fire. This is the most underutilized thing that I see across the Warzone, because not only can we pair this up with the live ping, where we can literally see the live ping coming and we can start firing in advance, but it's a technique that will save your life in gunfights you should have otherwise completely lost, right? Here are 2 examples. I throw a grenade, I get an armor hit marker, I'm thinking I'm cruising, I take a couple shots, I crack his armor, but then he shoulders, throws a perfectly cooked grenade, and then re-challenges me, because he knows otherwise he's going to have to dive into the water, and then I'm just going to shoot down on him and he's going to die. So what does he do? He last chance re-challenges me. But I expect that, and if you look, I start shooting bullets before he even challenges that corner, so that way the millisecond, regardless of his peeker's advantage, I will get shots on him the moment those shots are available. And even with me being absolute 1 HP, I win the gunfight. Here's another example. I challenge out outside of this corner. I look over the edge. A player's right next to me. He absolutely rips me, but then I continue to pre-fire where I last saw his head. He peeks back up into a wave of pre-fires. I absolutely clothesline him, and then I even throw some more pre-fires in some corners where people were challenging me from earlier. Pre-fires are so vital, and ammo isn't that limited in the game, so you might as well do that to create space, to close distance, and especially if you know that opponent's going to challenge you anyways and you've got some extra ammo in reserve, get those shots off early to take advantage, or really take away their advantage of peeker's advantage. Start pre-firing. And while you're at it, start using secret number 6, which is pre-precision airstrikes, and they are more different than ever before. If you guys haven't noticed, in the most recent update, they added an amazing quality of life update where not only do we get the alert on our screen for precision airstrike incoming, we now, up on our mini map, have a strip that tells us where that precision airstrike is going to hit, so we know where we can run to and where we can hide. Now, it's not 100% accurate. I've been in the middle of an open field and maybe on the far end or close end of that precision airstrike, and it hasn't hit me, so it's not 100% accurate, but it's a good guide. However, a lot of people aren't realizing how this works. If you are inside of that zone when the airstrike is called on you, it will provide that banner across the bottom of your screen that says precision airstrike incoming. However, you can still call in an advanced pre-precision airstrike, because if someone's running, that airstrike is called in, and then they enter the danger zone, they do not get the precision airstrike notification. So an aware player should keep an eye on their mini-map and can avoid getting pre-precision airstrike. But if you're getting a little reckless, not paying attention to where you're driving, or maybe you're focused on your rotation and you don't have your eyes on the mini-map, you can get still wiped by a pre-precision airstrike even after that quality of life update. Unfortunately, one quality of life update they've never passed is fixing number 7. Probably more brutal than stair glitching, we have snaking. Now, both stair glitching and snaking are banned in the Call of Duty League. Now, they're not banned in the sense that players can't do them. At an engine level, at a core level, both snaking and stair glitching are open to the public. Anyone can use them. They are part of the in-game mechanics. But they are considered so broken and so overpowered that the Professional Call of Duty League and their Players Association have created gentlemen's agreements where the competitors in the Call of Duty League in their 4v4 matches agree to not snake and agree not to stair glitch. Now, it still happens, especially when money is on the line, and you'll see here a clip in the background when they're in a tournament against one another. These are pros playing against each other. This is Celium snaking against other pro players. It is impossible to shoot a good player who is snaking, because what happens with snaking is you are basically allowing yourself to see over the cover to gather information. Enemy players are trying to shoot you, but you are glitching this head box where they can't hit you, but you can see over the head glitch, so you're getting information without taking damage. And then whether your opponent runs out of ammo or whether you're just challenging at the right time, maybe because they're sprinting, you can pop up over that head glitch and just completely rip them down. Now, in order to snake, all you need to do is 2 steps, okay? You are going to hold back in prone, which will bring you into the bottom position, and then you are going to sprint forward and stand up. That's all it takes. Hold backward prone, sprint forward, stand up. Hold backward prone, sprint forward, stand up. You can get even better if you start throwing in some side strafes back and forth, which makes it even more unpredictable for you to hit. Now, the reason I'm advocating for this is not because I want you to use it. It's just when it happens to you, it's completely unfair and you can't really do anything about it. So you might as well understand when someone is snaking you. You might as well use it to your advantage. And hopefully if enough people start doing this, maybe Call of Duty will do something to fix this problem that's been in the game for years. But in the meantime, it's important that the Academy knows both how to do it, how to recognize it, and then honestly how to avoid it. You gotta use some lethals, tacticals, or just take a different gunfight, because if the right player is snaking you, you're gonna have a bad time. But with secret number 8, you're not gonna need to have insane movement in order to outplay your opponents. So we're here inside a fire station, and this is one of the most commonly camped buildings inside of Warzone, and there's several iterations through it. But what a lot of people don't realize is by simply proning and holding an off angle, you will get so many free kills. Now, an off angle versus main angle, talking about peeker's advantage, there are a whole bunch of fundamentals that are core to Battle Royale and all FPSs, but especially to Warzone. And if you guys are interested in me going back to the basics and covering every core mechanic and every core feature of gunfights within a Battle Royale, let me know, because I'm considering making a course for those fundamentals, but I got to know that the interest is there. So assuming that you know that, simply by holding an off angle, you're going to get free kills. Because keep in mind, as people chow into this building, they're going to expect, okay, holding top of stairs. Okay, they're not holding top of stairs. Okay, they're going to hold this. Okay, they're not holding this. Okay, they're going to hold this. But all you need to do, and it's a trick all the way back to Verdansk, as soon as they clear this, they're, boom, on to the next threat. Well, guess where you hold? An off angle proned out right here. It is the dirtiest trick in the book, and I can't tell you how many people catch themselves, okay, pre-aim, okay, now sprint, and then, they're trying to get their gun back down. They can't get their gun back down, and it's a free kill. I've got a clip in the background of the exact same thing happening, and it's not even just for holding off angles on stairs. So here we are at the bottom of the stairs, and we're going to challenge out. Oftentimes, let's say we know someone's off to our right, you will challenge out aggressively, and you center high, because you want to center for someone's chest and their head. So what a lot of players have started doing is anticipating either an aggressive slide cancel, or even an aim strafe out. A lot of players have started holding prones. Not like we're proned out in the middle of the field scared. It's that we know that players are going to center high, and when you center high, your gun actually blocks off the angle. So whether it's you challenging out, and then you have to snap your aim down, or you aim strafe out, and you can't even see the target, a lot of times you can get free kills just by holding an off angle, and then guess what? If they get shot, or if you get shot and you feel like you're going to lose that gunfight, which oftentimes you may not, boom, you can sprint out and then start finessing. So don't hold a prone angle like this. You're going to hold a prone angle like this and then be able to sprint out. Let's move on to the number 9 secret, and that is advanced slide canceling. By now, you likely know how to slide cancel. All you simply need to do is slide and jump. The benefit of this is not only does it help break cameras as we push into buildings, but it also helps get our gun up faster so that way we can start shooting. Because otherwise, it would be in the tack sprint to fire. But if we sprint to fire, or if we slide cancel, it makes it instant to shoot. Okay, but what I'm seeing so many people doing is just slide canceling for the sake of slide canceling and completely ignoring the cover they have around them. There are so many places across the map where you have little half walls, and you need to take advantage of them rather than just strafing out or going wide. Abuse those head glitches, slide into them, and then when you pop up, it's basically not like you just strafed out here or that you sprinted and then slide canceled and strafed. From the enemy's perspective, it literally looks like your head just pops up out of nowhere. They don't see you sliding in to cover. So if you see a half wall and you have the ability to challenge into it, slide cancel into it, okay? Not only does that help surprise your enemy, but it also takes away their ability to track you, okay? Let's say we're inside of this building and we have someone that we see holding this doorway. And there's examples all across the map, okay? They're holding this doorway. What a lot of people would do is they would see, oh, there's a guy there. Okay, time to challenge. Slide cancel in, get active, right? But all this guy needs to do is, oh, okay, I see you the whole time. I have aim assist the whole time, and you're dead. Alternatively, be aware, whether through map knowledge or throwing shoulders or whatever it may be, get active. You may be, maybe take 1 or 2 shots, but in the process, you have put yourself behind cover and now can shatter your opponent's aim assist. Because as you go in, this just broke their aim assist, and then you can either strafe to the right or strafe to the left, and your opponent has no idea what you're doing, because the second they shoot, now their aim assist is chalked and they can't follow you. On top of all that, there is a fundamental aspect to slide canceling that most people are grossly overlooking, okay? When you slide cancel out to here, right, you need to smash your opponent's aim assist. And aim assist is incredibly powerful in this game right now. So in order to break it, you need to force your opponent to provide an opposite input to the direction you're headed. Okay, it sounds a little cosmic, right? If you slide cancel out this corner, they are going to track by holding their aim to the right. So you need to trick them and cut back to the left, because if they are aiming right and you cut left, rotational aim assist won't listen to that and it won't follow them. So what that means is when you slide cancel out, don't just sit there and don't just slide cancel and then maybe strafe in the same direction. What you can do is you can slide cancel and then jump back, or slide cancel and then strafe back. Or sometimes it's good to slide cancel in and then jump back. Anything that you can do to cause your opponent to be aiming one way and then you break in the opposite direction shatters aim assist, and combine that with sliding into cover, and you are now actually getting the most out of your slide cancels. And then finally, for number 10, the secret that no pro wants to talk about because they don't want it to catch on. There are two lethals that are just grossly overpowered compared to all the other lethals in the game. First off, the throwing knife. You guys should know by now the throwing knife is so unbelievably powerful because you can carry two of them, you can stow more in your backpack, and it's a one-shot throw to the upper chest and head. So you could be 0 health, throw a shoulder, throw a throwing knife, and instantly get it down. Obviously, it thirsts the enemies that you're playing. It's especially useful if you're playing Fortune's Keep ranked. And on top of it, there's the old glitch where occasionally one swipe of a melee, because keep in mind, when you have a throwing knife in your hand, you get a knife melee, will one-hit people as well. It is a one-hit glitch that has followed us since Al Mazrah. They patched it back then, but they didn't patch it this time, okay? Throwing knives, essential. On top of that, frag grenades. I cannot gas up frag grenades enough. When you throw a Simtex, you can hear the beeping, you have time to run away. You can cook a frag grenade just perfectly, or better yet, sky nades. You throw 2 grenades up in the air as opponents are chasing you, they'll run right into your trap. You down people on a rooftop above you, but they have self-revive? Dang it, there's no way for me to thirst them. 2 sky grenades, easy kills. Sky nades are so overpowered, and throwing knives are so overpowered. This is an FPS, right? First person shooter, but for some reason, these lethals are so much more dominant than everything else in the game. And honestly, I'm scared of running into them, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, if you learned anything new over the 10 tips, these are what I believe. You know, I'm not gatekeeping these so I can have better games for myself. This is all about the Academy, okay? I'm trying to help you guys get better, trying to give you some of the tricks of the trade so that way you guys can enjoy your Warzone experience a little bit more. If you have learned something new, do me a favor, drop a like, subscribe because we have more videos coming this week, and a huge shout out again to Fume for sponsoring today's video. If you want to catch me using all of these tips live, make sure to join me live over on Twitch. And without further ado, thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you all tomorrow. Peace.